Did you guys hear about the FaZe temper stuff? That's wild. It's wild. According to FaZe Rain, or formerly FaZe Rain, allegedly he was how can I say how can I say this in the most family friendly way possible, but still uh sending out the message. Um, he was fornicating with a minor, and okay, so he was fornicating with a minor, and there was another minor in the room that was watching them while he's a full grown adult, allegedly. But he did actually. I don't know if it's alleged or not, because he did post the whole ass video that I want to watch about it. I want to watch. Let me go on Yoxic. I'll probably find it on Yoxic faster if I just scroll down a little bit.
York.
Should we start watching from the start of the allegations? Let's watch from the beginning, because all of this was happening late at night. I was following this shit closely as hell. Where is the first clip of Rain talking about it? It would have been September 14th or 13th, right? Let me start from here and see what are the options that I can use. Okay, we'll just start. Yeah, we'll just start with the
Rain's not
FaZe
talking
Banks
about me.
video.
There, I got it out. Video over. Peace out. No, this is definitely not funny. This is definitely not going to be like a super lighthearted video. And yeah, I'm sitting in a hotel room right now in New York City. I left FaZe a month ago and quit the internet a month ago, and for whatever reason, I keep getting dragged back into the. It's like it's my fucking destiny or where I'm supposed to be. I guess I don't know. It's. But yeah, I'm getting spammed in my mentions right now on Twitter, asking if I'm being accused that I'm being tagged in this clip from.
Okay, well, pretty much what he's. I'll just summarize it real quick. I don't want to watch this whole 5 minutes. I won't lie. I'll watch the rest, but I low-key don't want to rewatch this because low-key. I don't know. I don't know what it is about FaZe Banks, but uh, I don't know what it is. I genuinely do not know. I used to with this guy. I used to like watch his YouTube videos all the time, but I don't know. Now it's like I feel like it's different. But pretty much what he said. Quick recap. He's not a. He pretty much confirmed that he was talking about Tommy. Um, he was talking about a call, and then he's also saying that Tommy would probably never do that. Now let's go to the next video.
I brought it up to him, bro. I did. And when we got in the call, Tommy said this verbatim. He said it wasn't a threesome with two 16-year-olds. Actually, it was a 17-year-old. So all of a sudden now it's 17. Okay. One was 17 and the other one watched. That's what he said. And then he started bringing up all these random laws. I don't even know these weird consent laws, like Romeo and Juliet. This, I don't know. I don't know what these laws are, bro. And he says some shit like that. And even Banks calls me after, and he's like, "Bro, what the fuck is like up with that law shit that he brought up?" So he knows he did some shit that was wrong. He knows that. He knows that. But it's just I don't like the denying of it. And I feel like in this video you're trying to paint me like I'm lying and making shit up.
And the thing, the difference with, because obviously consent laws, there is like a line, I feel like, where it's either I'll be honest, if both of them met when they were minors and they started dating before one of them turned 18, I feel like that's fine, no? Obviously they have to be close in age. It can't be like a 12-year-old dating a 17-year-old. Obviously, no, no, no. But like like I would say like 16, 17, I feel like that's fine, right? I feel like that would be the line where it's like, okay, once the guy turns 18, it's like it's still fine because they started dating each other before any of them became adults, and they formed a bond before any adult shit happened. So I feel like even though it's still kind of weird and it's a very big gray area, I feel like it's not as bad as like what he did, where he's like, what in his when this happened, I would estimate this being in his late 20s. Him getting drunk at a club and then bringing back two 17-year-olds at a hotel room with him. I feel like that is like crossing the line. That is crossing the line. People gotta be more careful when they're consuming products like alcohol or weed. They gotta be more careful with how they portray themselves. I know I did a bunch of mistakes when I was drunk. A bunch of mistakes that I do not that don't reflect my values, that I do know, and most people have had similar experiences, but not to the point where it's like this, you know. But yeah, it's weird. It's just weird.
into
I don't
saying shit
know,
to say
bro.
shit when you know that's not the truth, bro. And it's not fair because you know people try to hold that 2020 shit over me where I was just I'm trying to off myself. You act like I can sit there recreationally getting fucking high. I don't even like weed, bro. I just smoke tobacco. I hit the gym and I stream.
What's good,
I play
Melvy?
CS.
Reacting to the face temper shit that happened last night.
Left, bro. I left FaZe. I completely detached myself from that brand because I was like, I'm not gonna be on the same team with it. And I said that. But again, they didn't know what to do, and I understand that.
What happened? Well, I'm reacting to all the clips right now, but in the in compressed form, pretty much, Rain. He the first thing he said, he did a stream 2 days ago where he said, "Oh, the reason why I left FaZe was because, and the reason why I don't associate myself with New FaZe is because there used to be a in FaZe Clan." And everyone was like, "What the fuck is bro talking about? Like, what? Who is it? Is it Banks? Is it Banks? Is that why he left?" But then after Banks did a video explaining like, no, it wasn't him, and then he pretty much said that he was talking about FaZe temper. Yeah, and now we're watching the clips of him explaining like uh the moment that he found out and like what happened in the calls and all that, and pretty much temper pull he was calling him, and he said I don't know, some shit like, oh, I went back to I went to a club, I went back to a hotel room with like two two seven uh 2 17-year-olds, and he had sex with one of them, and the other one was watching. Some weird shit, bro. Some weird. But yeah.
Yeah, I did. I brought it up internally where it matters. You know what I mean? Like the public, of course, I feel like should know, but I felt horrible. How many times I had to say it? He has a kid and a wife. I felt horrible.
Yeah.
Why now? Because I woke up a couple days ago and I had an epiphany about it, bro. I was like, why did I not say anything? Why am I living with this guilt and feeling bad? But I feel bad for both sides. I feel bad for what happened to those girls and the situation that happened. But then I also feel bad for I don't want to ruin this dude's life. So I just felt
But you did pretty much ruin his life. You did ruin his life, cuz now everyone knows that what Temper did. Bro has a whole wife and kid, which they're probably going to be separating soon, and then this guy Tommy is going to be in the worst shape of his life now. You did ruin his life. You did ruin his life.
fucking bad. I'm sorry, sue me, bro. I felt fucking bad.
And I
Okay, now Banks saying FaZe Clan is coming to
don't
an
know
end.
what to do or what to say at this point. But
I mean, can Banks really say that FaZe Clan is coming to an end when he's not even in FaZe anymore? Can he really say that?
all I can say,
Maybe the all the old FaZe politics, maybe. I mean, at the end of the day, it's gonna be up to the new FaZe and how everything. Would you expose him or tell the people? What do you mean? Because wouldn't exposing and tell the people? Well, you're saying the people, so I assume telling an audience. Wouldn't that be the exact same thing? Would you keep it to yourself or tell people? Ah, okay, that makes more sense. Uh, that is a good question. That is a good question. That's something I don't know if that's something I could just like decide right now. I feel like that's something uh, in the moment when it happens where I would like my mind would like think about it. And it also depends the person. I don't know, but I'm not really saying this as like, oh, I'm gonna be. I'm gonna keep it to myself to protect them. If I do keep it to myself, I would distance myself from said person. I would distance myself. But if I were to tell, I mean, I both both of them will have the same outcome. I'm still gonna be distancing myself from the person. The only difference would be it's either I'm keeping it to myself and I'm not trying to make it such a big deal, and I don't want to like. It's either I don't want to profit from the situation, or if it's like really bad, then like, and it's something that like needs to be done, then yeah, I would do it.
Is, I mean, if it hasn't been said enough already on this call, stay away from underage girls, boys and girls. We have a lot of young men watching this stream right now. It's clearly and obviously not worth it. We're talking about a fucking company and a brotherhood that was built over the course of how long, Rain? Fucking 15 years, more or less, right? And it's fucking clearly coming to an end, you know? And it's I don't know. And I don't.
I think what he meant by that wasn't really like the phase as a whole right now. I thought he like how I interpreted it as more like a phase how it used to be, and it's now like fully coming to an end. Since most of the who other than Rug and Adapt, who from old phase, like actual old phase, not like corporate old phase. I mean like actual old phase. Who is in phase from them? I I can only think of Rug and Adapt. Those are the only two people I can think of. Rug is the OG for real. But yeah, other than those two, there's no one from old phase in the new phase. Even the people that are in this like the new phase streamers, like there is like other phase clan members. Like there's the esport teams. So there's obviously all the CS:GO guys, Epic Well, the only Fortnite pro that's in phase. All the other pros that are in other games like Call of Duty, those guys are still in phase. I know Jev is still in phase. Actually, Jev would probably be one of the other people from old phase that is still considered in phase. The only difference with Jev, I would say, compared to Rug and Adapt, is the fact that Rug and Adapt are more like there for phase, while Jev is more like his own person with the phase branding in some type of way. If that's the best explanation that I could give, I feel like that is the best explanation I can give. Who else? There's Scope. He's a streamer also, but he's not part of the new phase. But let's keep going with all this. This is Temper's first response.
Into
It's a 3-minute long
the
video.
fact that I'm even having to respond to this, and to that my name is in the same breath as the word pedophile, is so sick, twisted, and insane. This is disgusting. Anybody that
Okay, Melvi, and anyone else that's in the chat that might be lurking. I have a question. If you are drunk, you're going home or a hotel room with a minor, and you're gonna have whatever. Okay, well, not you specifically, but someone else that you know. If they bring a minor home and then they have sex with them, but they're both drunk. They and the person that's the adult doesn't know that she's a minor, but they still have sex and they still do all the weird shit. Is he still a pedophile? I would say yes, because what you did was pedophilic. I would say yes personally, but I want to see what the chat thinks. At the end of the day, yes, yeah, that is true. I do agree with that. Matt, we're reacting to the face temper pedophile allegations. Are you ready for this? I know you. I know you love seeing pedophiles get taken down. So this is for you.
knows me knows I'm not that type of person. I am the furthest thing from what you called me, and I will never be that person. It's so mind-blowing that someone that I really built a brotherhood
Same.
with, someone that I really considered a brother, that I invited to my baby shower, that I always looked after and took care. And then when you were going through your darkest days, I was there for you and I was making sure that you were good. When you were in a wheelchair for 2 years, and like I was so gutted at the fact that like you couldn't walk again. And then all of a sudden you were able to walk again, and I was the happiest person in the room. There wasn't a single soul that was happier for you than me.
This is classic deflection right here. Classic deflection. Yup, I don't like when people use this manipulation tactic. For real. Classic deflection manipulation tactic.
Brother, I have known you since you were 14 years old, talking to me about when you were suicidal in these Skype chats, and I was there for you then. And I've been there for you this whole time.
I haven't heard the word
You talked
DS
about
in a
how
minute.
I rated you the other day, even though...
Hold on. It's right here. I didn't even need... It was in arm's reach. Look at this. Hold on, chat. Let me full screen this. Woo! I got the pink DS with the faded out Torterra sticker, faded out Nintendo seal, and then the fucked up Supreme sticker. Woo! Let's keep watching this.
This up a year ago, and I believe that you brought it up just for money purposes, that you wanted money out of FaZe. Like you stated that a year ago.
That's cringe. You for money? Yeah.
When the conversation with me,
oh yeah, appreciate that.
Banks and Apex, you stated if you don't get paid that, you're gonna air this out. That is blackmail. This is not like, you know who I am. You know the type of person I am. I am not what you called me. I'm fucking gutted, bro, and I'm pissed that you even put my name in that light, because now all I care about is my family, bro. Like my biggest concern is my family, my wife, and my kid. Now my kid has to grow up and see this, then see that his father is in the same, that my name is in the same light as what you just called me. It's fucking sick. When I bring my son to school, right, and the other parents get to figure out who his dad is, and now they're associating me with that word. You don't even understand the levels of damage that you just inflicted into my life, into my family's life, into everything that I built. I have put my heart and my soul into FaZe Clan in ways that you and Banks and Apex know more than anybody. I brought you guys on.
Okay. Even if you've done a bunch of stuff that you're saying that you've done, your actions that you did compared to that, like whatever you've done for FaZe Clan doesn't change the fact that you fucked a minor. It doesn't change the fact that you fucked a minor.
Because you guys deserved it, and I felt like you deserved it, and I broke bread with you completely. Split the company with you, and made sure that you were good.
I don't know,
and
chat.
Even at times
I feel like
you were trashing the company, I still stood out for you. And
wait,
I still
so he
said
did?
He should still get paid.
Just wait.
And I was looking out for you.
Just wait.
You know?
Wasn't it a threesome with two 16-year-olds? Apparently, it wasn't a threesome. It was... He had sex with one 17-year-old, and then the other one was watching them have sex. Yeah, we're gonna get into that here shortly.
Wanted you, and even throughout all this stuff, like in a way, I wanted you back in, even though you said this. And that just goes to show you my heart. You know, I'm disgusted by your actions,
for real,
by the person you've become. You haven't always been this way. You're a really nice kid.
And now at the end, he's pretty much calling him like cuckoo in the brain. I don't know. I'll be honest, this response was not good. And then FaZe Rain booted up another stream. Or no, it was this exact stream where he reacted to this. I don't know. Is there a clip of him reacting to it? Did it get posted? I guess not. But yeah, he responded, and then... Is there anything else? No, okay.
New York, and...
Okay, now this is Temper's final response where he's admitting to it. Should we watch this video no interruptions, or should I pause here and there?
One day I go.
But yeah, let's watch this video. Let's watch this video. Enough stalling. SpongeBob meme. No more stalling. Let's get to it.
One day I go to New York, and I go to this club that's 21 plus, and I link up with a buddy there, and he invites a couple girls, and I end up going back with these girls. We're all shit-faced, and I end up going back with these girls to my hotel room. I slept with one of them, and I found out after that this girl was 17. And
what? Okay. I know I said I wasn't gonna pause, but he posted this video at like 2 a.m. I couldn't sleep because I was fully invested into this shit. When I saw the tweet hit, I'm like, when he said I found out later she was 17, I literally like I'm like, oh, I put my head to my forehead. I'm like, oh my fucking god, no, man. I literally put my hand on my forehead. I leaned back. I was on my bed. I leaned back. I was sitting down. I was crisscross looking, watching the video on my phone. I was here, chat. I was literally like this on my bed. I was like this on my bed watching. And when he said it, I'm like, no, bro. No. Crisscross applesauce on my soul. That's how we be sitting in the biggest 25. That's how we be sitting. I was like that on my bed. I'm like, no, bro. It's over. It's over. What the fuck? I wonder what the newer FaZe members are gonna say about this. I know Jason tweeted that the old FaZe and the new FaZe are not linked or not the same. I know he did tweet something about that.
that's the age of consent in New York. But regardless, I was sick to my stomach. It was just extremely uncomfortable knowing that and thinking about the situation. And that
I need a
was it.
stream deck
And
so I can like
shortly after that,
press a button and it
or
switches
however long
scenes
after
instead
that,
of me
Emma
having
and
to
I
like manually
got
go on my
back
mouse.
together. And I was fully working on myself and becoming a better man and doing what I have to do to heal myself and heal like all the trauma that I had and just work on myself on being a better man. And not too long after that I proposed. And a few months later we found out she's pregnant, and now I realize I have a child on the way, so I have to put my self-growth
You can,
in
yeah, I know I
overdrive
can do that,
because
but
my
I low-key don't
child
want to
does
mess
not
up anything
deserve
on my keyboard. I feel like
to live a life where
some games that I play I be using my keyboard too much, and I feel like I don't want to mess up anything like that. Even though it is a good idea, I'd rather get like like my own separate like control panel for that. If that makes sense.
he picks up the bad habits that I had growing up. And so the last few years of my life have been on super fixated on just becoming a better man, husband, and father. That's been my number one focus, and it's something that I needed for myself. And you know, I wish that I started earlier. I wish that I didn't put the love of my life through all the things that I put her through, and you know, and that was it. And so this allegation of me being called a pedophile is fucking insane. Anybody that knows me knows I am not a pedophile or even anything close to that, including Norden himself.
But you had sex with a minor.
So I just, this is something that is going to follow me around forever. And it's just sick because people on the internet will take things and twist it into something that it isn't, and just keep running
But you had sex with a minor.
with it. And now I just have to deal with the repercussions, and so that's the
Jail time? I don't know. It could be possible.
unfortunate part about this reality. But that's it. I mean, there was nothing else to it than that. And yeah.
You still fucked a minor. You still fucked a minor. I don't know, like, what else is there to say? And then Norden, pretty much the last thing about this so far is Norden making his own video saying like, okay, good thing that you admitted to it, but you didn't admit to all of it, and you're also like deflecting some of the points, and that's pretty much it.